Alright, welcome back to another event. This event is a big event. This is the last event of our first BeamNG Monster Truck Tour. This is the freestyle competition at the BMTSL World Finals with their same 12 truck lineup of Kraken, Jester, Rage, Blue Thunder, Bakugan, Dragonoid, Max, the Earthshaker, BeamNG, Avenger, Megalodon, Son of a Digger, and then Gravedigger 40th anniversary. That is your full lineup in order of how freestyles will occur. This concludes this first tour. Now skill scores have still not been completely determined yet, and those will be announced in a following video. So that is your scheduled event for tonight, and yeah, we're just gonna have to see what will happen because this will determine the whole point session. But right now, Son of a Digger, powered by Hoonigan, currently has a lead over Gravedigger by some points. So we'll have to see if he'll be able to hold out that lead by the end of tonight, or if we'll see some changes in spots. Currently, Son of a Digger is 3 points ahead. So Son of a Digger does have a shot at winning overall. He'll just have to perform he'll have to be at 4 runs ahead of no. He'll have to be ahead of Gravedigger, sorry. Gravedigger will have to be 4 ahead of Son of a Digger to take the lead. So let's see what happens. Well, coming up first, it is the Kraken monster truck racing out here on the same team as Jester. And as you can see, the hood is gone because of skills. Sorry, not Jester, I was just talking about Jester, now I said Jester. Kraken, coming down that far lane that has a bit of a drop-off at the end, gets some big air to kick off the run, some more big air off of the modified racing lane. Now when I get it turned back around to the half pod, gets some more good air onto the main ramp, getting kind of all over the place right now, but keeping it alive here. Full speed to this ramp on this side, launches it, lands it on the pod, and they're just gonna go straight for a backflip after, and moonwalks it just like in Foxborough. Kraken is out here. This is the biggest event, so even if you're already gonna lose, like guaranteed, you still gotta put on a show here. Kraken with some more huge air into a big wheelie. Walking it on the wheelie now, and on the front end of it. Now he's gonna get it turned back around, launches it off of the center jump, lands it hard on the rear end. There we go. Manages to keep it together on the. He's going for another backflip. Gets it up on the wheelie, sets it back down. Kraken is just absolutely powering through this run, and now launches it off of that middle jump, lands it sideways, going in for the save, and that's gonna do it for the Kraken, it looks like. What an incredible run, and that is Kraken's last run on this channel for a good while, because the trucks that were in this series I don't want to put in the next few series just to get some diversity in there. Maybe 1 or 2, but I highly doubt most of them will end up being in the next few events. So that will conclude this event here, or sorry, not this event, but this run for Kraken, and this will also end his tour. Is he gonna win he's probably gonna stay in last overall, but he's still got a great run with the backflips and everything, and Kraken is now going to exit the track here. The good run. I just want to go hold up, because this is going to be a wild night. We just saw Kraken. How about Kraken's teammate Jester out here on the track? My allergies just kicked in. There we go. Launches it off of the half pod actually, wheeling onto the ramp and keeping it going here, setting it down that backside. Gonna go to the modified racing lane, launches it, actually almost like flying into the backflip ramp. You're gonna want to avoid doing that. You want to avoid flying into anything, really. Flying onto stuff is okay as long as you do a square, but into things is not what you want to see. There we go. Lands actually kind of rough wheelies into the ramp. I wonder if because the way this is made. I wonder if we might see like a Leo Donald style front flip out here or not. Very interested if we will or not. There we go, launches it off of the middle. Gets it onto the front end and keeping it going here. Gonna go to the backflip ramp. Over rotates it. Breaks the rear tire rod. Or one of them, I should say. So now he has little control over what this truck is going to be doing here. Lands it really hard on the rear end again. Gets it on the sidewalls a little. I'm going to turn back around, ready for some air. Sends it just like where Kraken did. Has absolutely no control over the truck right now. Oh, man. Not what Jester was looking for. It looks like that is going to end the night. So a rough end for Jester. Now they're struggling to get a flip back over. There we go. Well, not the night that Team Tomfoolery is quite looking for. I mean, Kraken got a great run in. 2 backflips, saves, backflip moonwalk. The real problem is, we didn't see major wow factors in either of the runs, apart from the ending crashes, which are not the kind of wow factors you're going to want to get. So I already know that these following runs will be better, but it doesn't mean that these runs were bad. They just weren't the kind of world finals ones that you would really be expecting to see out here. And that's going to do it for Team Tomfoolery, and then also Kraken and Jester, and that ends their entire seasons here on this tour. Well, coming up next, how about that Rage Monster truck? Not too sure why the truck looks like that. There's like all the tires have the same bead locks, and then this one is like they're like super thin for some reason on the front left. I don't know why it's like that. Anyways, here he goes, coming down the lane, launches it off that ramp for the first time tonight, lands it rough on a 1-tire wheelie, and flying across the face of that ramp, not the face, like the top, whatever you would call that. Now he's gonna launch it on that jump, lands it square, gets into a wheelie, kind of like whipping it around right now. Now we're gonna get it turned back around. Going to that jump, gonna get it onto the front end a little bit, sets it back down. Launches it off the middle ramp, lands it square onto a wheelie, and keeps it going here. And get it turned back around. There he goes, some more big air. Gonna go to the modified racing lane. Kind of hits the other jump first, and the truck goes forward a little. Now we're gonna line up for the backflip ramp. Under rotates it a bit. Gonna go over. He's gonna get it back, a consecutive backflip for the Rage Monster truck. That is exactly what Rage is looking for out here. Now I'm gonna get it turned back around. I have no idea what's happening. Launches it again. Now gets a bit of a wheelie, gets it on the bicycle a little, and then gonna turn back around to the half pod, launches it off there, riding it on the bicycle. He's going crazy right now. Lands it on the rear left, but still holding it together here. Now accelerating, big air, lands it on the back, but keeps it going really well here. Some donuts for Rage. Let's see where Rage is headed next. Putting it in reverse. Rage is already there, so why not? Going for the 8-pack. Gets it on the back. It looks like gonna go over. Just on the wheelie bar right now. That truck is stuck, and he's gonna set it back down. Wow, what a move for Rage. Just both backflip attempts were just absolutely wild. Now doing like donuts, just whipping the truck into any ramps nearby. Not letting anything get in his way. truck is starting to smoke, and that is going to do it for Rage. Actually, Rage is not done. No, Rage is done. That's going to do it for the Rage monster truck. By far, I think Rage's best run of the season. And that's going to be probably a top 5 or so run tonight. We'll have to see though, because again, this is the World Finals. So, big things are going to get you big scores. And there were 2 big things in that run. So, especially with the consecutive backflip, I would not doubt Rage getting a very high score out here. Up next, and a fan favorite, it's the Blue Thunder coming down the lane and lining up for some move here. Putting it in reverse up the lane. What is Blue Thunder about to do? Accelerating, full speed, launches it off of the ramp. Huge rebound from that. But somehow the truck just soaked that all up. Launches it off of the modified racing lane. Watch out. Wow, what is going on for Blue Thunder? Here he goes, getting it way sideways. Keeping it going low. Gonna turn back around now after getting on the front end there. On the orange side of the track, launches it forward, getting it very sideways, saves it for the Blue Thunder. And it looks like just like Rage, Blue Thunder's already there, so why not go for it? Blue Thunder going for the 8-pack, under rotates it, saves it on the front 2 BKT tires. One of the best saves of the night, launches it, hood flies off, lands right back where it belongs and bounces off again. Truck is getting very sideways, super ragged edge driving right now. Now going full speed to the jammer thingy and gonna launch it again. Onto the front end, sets it back down perfectly. Now we're gonna get it like sideways wheelie, sky wheelie, then launches it off of that big jump again. And gonna get it, wow. Big wheelie out of nowhere, I love seeing those. Back on the sidewall, save. Again for Blue Thunder, one of the best runs I have ever seen in BeamNG before. At least for one of my shows. Lining up for the backflip, lands it, puts it in reverse, save for Blue Thunder. Now we're gonna go to the half pod, launches it again, lands it on the back, gonna go over almost sideways, and there's no coming back from that. That is going to do it for the Blue Thunder. What a run that was. Just the air at the start, and then from there the run just managed to keep getting crazier and crazier and crazier. Well, I would definitely give Blue Thunder some points, but with where Blue Thunder is overall, I really don't think that Blue Thunder is gonna quite get up there. Actually, I was wrong. Sundigger's not 4 points ahead of Gravedigger. I forgot about skills, so Sundigger's actually 5 points ahead of Gravedigger. Forgot about that. So Gravedigger has to somehow place 5 places higher than Son of a Digger. I just don't see that happening later on, but we'll have to see. Now up next is Bakugan Dragonoid. You can see half the body just torn apart from skills. Bakugan Dragonoid Darkest Neo launches it off of that rip, gets it onto the front end and a front flip save for Bakugan Dragonoid. Not how I was expecting the front flip to be done tonight, but as I predicted, we still saw a front flip tonight. Well, that's how you kick off a run. Launches it on that jammer. Then if Bakugan Dragonoid could just keep this up the whole run, I would definitely expect to see Bakugan Dragonoid possibly winning, honestly, after that front flip move. Oh, here we go, lining up for some huge air. Launches it off of the jammer. Lands it sideways and keeps it going here. Putting it in reverse. Going to the center ramp. Launches it like that again. Now we're gonna get it turned back around. There we go, more big air. Lands it kind of sideways. Looks like lining up for a backflip. Wait, is it a backflip? What is Bakugan Dragonoid lining up for here? Looks like a corkscrew. Can he get the corkscrew? Goes for it, over rotates the corkscrew, and that ends the run. Bakugan Dragonoid Darkest Neo had a perfectly good chance at winning Freestyle, and that whole chance just went down the drain with that failed corkscrew attempt. Bakugan Dragonoid has no chance at winning Freestyle now. That is really rough. Bakugan Dragonoid, man. Well, I guess that's gonna wrap the night for Bakugan Dragonoid Darkest Neo and wrap the season. So Bakugan Dragonoid gonna end in a low position. And now you're just gonna have to go back and park because that's a rough end of the season for Bakugan. Up next is Max D 2022 version. He's got the top getting ready. He's going full speed and launches it off of that jump. There he goes and gets on the front end a little bit combo there. There we go, big air. And he's just all over the place with a broken 4-link bar. I didn't even notice that. He got the huge air like Blue Thunder and then has a broken 4-link bar the whole time. There you can see it actually fly off of the truck. It's not hanging there anymore. Now Max D just has to throw it down. Now we're going to turn back around. Big air. And get some air on the jammer. Oh man. Did he break the tie rods from that? Indeed, it looks like he did. No, he didn't actually. Did he? I don't think he did, but something is not right with that truck, and it's not the 4-link. That truck is leaning. Oh man. Well, that is not how Max D wanted to end the season. I know we let a lot of breaks go here in the no limit style events, but when there's a broken suspension, it's simply not able to continue. There's too much risk with that. It's just not safe to drive anymore. So that's gonna wrap the season for Max D, all because of a broken suspension that was not completely out of control, but I mean, like, you could like avoid hitting like breaking tire rods, just don't get too big of a sky wheelie kind of thing. But you can't really control suspension as well. That was just a rough way to end the night for Max D. And yeah, well, that's gonna do it. And not his best run, not a bad run, but not quite what Max D was looking for here. Coming up next, someone who made a great comeback since the beginning of the season. It is the Earthshaker out here ready to rock. Top of the hill. Earthshaker is now coming down the line. And he's going to send it right there to kick off the run. Lands it on the back tires really hard. Launches it onto the front end. Lands it on a sky wheelie. All in like one move for Earthshaker. What a move. Launches it off of that jammer onto the front end. And this run is now dialed in to just go crazy. Some more big air. And now he's going to get some more air. Launches it again onto the middle ramp and lands it. He's going to launch it on that ramp as well. Lands it square. And now we're going to get it turned back around. Looking for the 8-pack backflip. Lands it. Gets it sideways onto the front end save. Onto the sidewalls. Double sidewall save. Both sides of the truck. And manages to get it back still. Now he's going to get more big air. Driving full speed, launches it again. Lands it square again. Now we're going to get turned back around. Launches it on the middle ramp. Lands it sideways a little bit. Loses a tire. Now we're going to get it sideways again. Earthshaker, what is going on right now? Gonna launch it again. You can see a broken tie rod now. I know I would have never seen that coming. Gets another crazy save on one tire. Going over here, just trying to get a one tire stopping. Now he's gonna go launching it again. Gonna get sideways, driving over that ramp. It's gonna send him sideways, and that's gonna do it for the Earthshaker monster truck. That was absolute chaos. If that doesn't place as one of the top runs with all the saves and then driving on 3 wheels, then I don't know what could possibly be like 5 runs that good to beat that. Like, that's gonna be absolutely crazy. So there we are. Now we see the truck driving away. I'm gonna get turned back around and exit off the yellow side of the track, yellow and black, just like Earthshaker, and a great run. One of the best runs I've ever seen in this tour. Well, coming up next, it is that BeamNG Drive monster truck. Now we're gonna get it down the side. Kind of gets a bump off the back of the ramp, so he has to slow down there. Gets a little air off that little jammer thingy. There's some more crazy moves going for BeamNG. I'm gonna turn back around. Look out! Launches it way sideways towards the wall. Hits the brake at just right time, where the truck isn't damaged and neither is the stadium. Getting a big wheelie there. Now he's gonna get turned back around. Get some more big air. And a big slap wheelie, getting it way sideways. Here just launches it off the center jump. Full speed lands on the half pod. Whoa, what a move. I don't know why I said wow, it's with an E. I tried to say wow and what a move at the same time. Now he's gonna get turned back around. Launches it off of that jammer. Lands it square. Actually, the back tires kick up a bit. And now lined up for the backflip. Gets it sideways. Breaks a tire rod. BeamNG now is starting to lose control of the truck. More big air. That's sideways. More big air like that. Gets it on the front end. Now we're gonna turn back around. There we go, some more big air. Ooh! Hits the front end again really hard. Now both those tires in the front are just doing whatever they want. This run is purely dependent on their rear steer right now. Not the most reliable, considering that front end is kind of the main steering. That's why vehicles have front steering usually and no rear steer. So BeamNG is struggling a bit now. There we go, some more big air. It's weird how it works like that. Most vehicles have rear wheel drive and front wheel steer. I just thought about that. What is going on? Now goes for a sky wheelie on that ramp and loses a tire. BeamNG just absolutely wrecks the truck, and that's gonna do it. I have no idea what just happened in that run. That was absolutely chaotic. BeamNG now gonna put it into reverse and exit off the track here. Yeah, they're gonna have some troubles getting to the back. So that's how you end a season. Very good run, but only one backflip and not really major wow factors in there. So we'll have to see how BeamNG places, but probably not super high. Just kind of rough night for him as well. So the other drivers thought. Coming up next, now we're into your top 5. No. Yeah, we are in your top 5, but the last run actually kicked off your top 5. It's the Avenger lining up for some huge air. Here he goes. Full speed down the lane and launches it. Clears the entire ramp. Wow, what a jump for Avenger. I almost said Jester, actually. Avenger gets it sideways. And he's gonna just, oh wow, gets a moonwalk. There's a better moonwalk than Avenger got in skills, honestly. There we go. Launches it again. Gets on a huge sky wheelie. Now we're gonna turn back around onto the orange side. Get some more big air. Now lining up for the 8-pack backflip. Lands it perfectly, actually. Avenger's doing a great job just keeping this run going here. Launches it again. Lands it perfectly and just keeping this run alive. There we go, onto the yellow side of the track. Now some more big air. And sends it on that part. Another moonwalk for Avenger. One of the best moonwalks that's actually happened for this tour, kind of as a whole. There we go, sets it back down. Now I'm gonna launch it off that yellow pod. Launch it off the center jump. Lands it on the rear end hard. Actually gonna get it sideways a little bit. Keeping it alive though. Doesn't go full speed, launches it off that jammer. Does not land on the pod that lands next to it. It did something really weird on that rear end landing. Launching on the orange side again. Now getting it sideways. Big sky wheelie. Sets it back down. Now we're gonna turn back around. Gonna go big air off that jump as well. And lands it. Oh, he's gonna go over on a wheelie. Saves it on the sidewalls. And then just rams into the 8-pack. Look out, coming to Avenger. Oh, bicycle kind of thing there. I don't think that was intentional. Just more big air for Avenger. There we go, launches it off the middle ramp again. And a slap wheelie. Well, time is ticking down for Avenger. Might actually be up, I'm not completely sure. But he's not done yet. Launching it on the yellow side, yeah, time is up. This is all just some bonus here. And that is gonna do it for the Avenger Stars and Stripes. That ends the overall season for Avenger. A great finale run with big air saves and the backflip landed on the 8-pack. What a run for Avenger. Maybe not the best finale run we've seen yet. Earthshaker. But still a great run for Avenger. And if you want to go out for the end of the season, I would say that is a great way to do it by Avenger. Coming up next, and you could barely even tell what this truck was. This is the Megalodon monster truck. It had the craziest skills track ever. Unfortunately, would bomb Megalodon's points, but yeah, Megalodon's whole body now is gone except the hood. Well, it's just kind of the main part of Megalodon, to be fair. There we go, some big air will kick off the run. Actually, very good air. Launches it right there. Gets a wheelie into the pod. And moonwalk on the pod as well. There goes the hood. This is literally just a training truck right now. Guys, isn't this training truck really cool? It's literally all we're looking at. Okay. Now he's gonna go launches it on that jump. Oh my! Front tires hit that ramp. He probably could have done a backflip. Well, probably would have under rotated and was done, but like, that truck could have kicked pretty crazy from that. At least he hit the brakes. There we go, big air off the center ramp. On the sidewall, one tire save. Goes over forward. I don't know when he broke a tire rod, but he did at some point, and I guess that kind of saved him right there, because if that wasn't broken, that save probably would not have happened. Speak of save, like that was one of the best saves that's happened in this tour. Literally on one tire that he could not even control, and somehow still kept the balance together with the throttle, and would be able to save it, going for another save in Megalodon. This run by the training truck is absolutely incredible. Alright. No. Don't end the run yet. No. Going for a backflip. This is not going to end well, is it? Lands on the front end and over-rotates sideways. Megalodon, that's not how Megalodon wanted to end the season. Even with that really crazy, like, move. I just don't think that's going to be enough tonight because of the fact that the backflip was failed and only really one wow factor in there, but still a great run for Megalodon nonetheless. There you could see the tire rod is broken if you couldn't tell earlier somehow. So that's going to do it for Megalodon, aka training truck at this point. Still a really good season and a really good run to end it off. Just went for a backflip when he shouldn't have, and probably could have landed it if it didn't over-rotate like that. Oh my god, this song is a bot. I told you about how I listen to music while I voice record these, and this song's kind of a bot. Anyway, that's gonna do it for Megalodon. Now we want to end the season, but a really cool save in there, so that was a decent run, I would say. Coming up next is Son of a Digger powered by Hoonigan. Somehow after those crazy sidewall saves, only the hood is missing. And Son of a Digger is ready to kick off the run wild here. You see the truck treading forward and now going full speed ahead. Launches it on that ramp. Lands it square and now getting sideways and saves it. Not gonna get turned back around. Some more air there. And gets a wheelie, slap wheelie into the ramp, into a moonwalk. Literally the same thing Megalodon just did. AKA training truck. There we go, gets it back here. Gonna do it turn back around. Accelerating to the middle. Big air right there off the center. Not really the center, the middle. I keep calling that the center, even though it's not the center. The center is like the same going vertical and horizontal, but that's like just the middle. Now he's gonna line up for the 8-pack backflip out of nowhere on the front end, save it for the Son of a Digger. Oh my goodness, on the sidewall, save just like the skills challenge. That was absolutely incredible. Now just gonna turn back around. I think time is pretty much expired at this point, or not quite, but pretty close to there. And he's gonna get really crazy back on the sidewall. He even had the rear steer going on that last sidewall. Kicks it forward. Absolute chaos thrown down right now. Now lining up for the backflip. Gets it sideways backflip. Goes back for a save attempt. Oh, and the wall is right there. So Son of a Digger will not be able to get the save attempt. To see the officials trying to get a rolled back over. Looks like a broken 4-link bar as well. But that was, even with the failed backflip attempt the second time, that was still a great run for Son of a Digger. Do I think that's going to play super high? Maybe not. But it was still a pretty good run there for Son of a Digger. So don't forget, if Gravedigger wants to take the lead at the end of this competition here, Gravedigger needs to place 5 or more places higher than Son of a Digger. So, Son of a Digger will need to place below 7th and Gravedigger win, or they both do pretty bad. Honestly, that was not a pretty bad run, I wouldn't say. Oh wow, just getting a bonus donut in there, why not? I mean, when you're that close to the series champion, you gotta do it. I'm gonna put it in reverse. I don't know if that's gonna fit through the tunnel or not. No, that's definitely not fitting. They're gonna get the top of the truck removed here, and then get it off the track. Up there, you can see them struggling to get off. There it goes. I also think the truck finished alright. Except there was one bar dangling off the bottom. Up next and last up of this entire tour is Gravedigger 40th anniversary. Launches it to kick off the run. It's like the 5th time tonight. Usually that's not something you see a lot, but this is a no limit all out tour. Big slap wheelie. Whoa, already going over. What a save for Gravedigger. Just doing crazy right now. Lands it perfectly square. Now we're gonna get a turn back around and get some big air right there as well. Now over to the top of that half pod, going to the 8-pack backflip, lands it perfectly. Now I'm gonna put it into reverse, get it turned back around here and look for the next hit for this run. Launches it again, kicks it way forward and perfectly goes back down, but flips over, barrel rolls, save it into a slap wheelie for Gravedigger. This is like, this might be your winning run. We'll have to see what else you can put together, but right now there's no doubt in my mind that this will win. I don't know how the body is still hanging on, but it is. And I doubt it will be by the end of this chaotic run. Lands it again. Somehow the body is still just flapping on there. Oh my goodness, getting close to the wall. Oh, bumps the wall. Air right there. I'm gonna take it onto this ramp where the backflip is. Elevated backflip, gets it, lands it, moonwalks it. There goes the body for Gravedigger. This gotta be your winning run right now. More air. I don't know why he keeps hitting the steering like every landing. Maybe he's trying to go over and get some ragged edge going. I have no idea. Now we're gonna get it turned back around. Launches it again on the rear end. He's gonna go crazy, full speed over all that. Go for a 3rd or 4th backflip. Goes for a save. Going on the sidewalls and cannot get it. That was the craziest run I have ever seen in one of my shows. I have no idea what I just saw. Gravedigger 40th anniversary, and that will end this entire tour. Now I'm gonna have to review that there and see if that is actually your winner or not, because if that is definitely your winning run. We'll have to see how placements go, because Gravedigger might win this overall tour, but for now that ends this tour. Placements will be revealed another day, and encore should be held to happen. That ends BeamNG Monster Jam Tour #1 officially. Crazy tour.